my Twitch channel. So as promised, I took a look into my emulator, and I've got it working for most games. Um, Unfortunately, I I tried to when I was getting my ROM ready for the emulator, I stumbled upon Final Fantasy Tactics, and Final Fantasy Tactics is one of my favorite games of all time. Probably might actually be my favorite game of all time. And I thought to myself, you know what? Maybe I'll stream Final Fantasy Tactics instead of Final Fantasy 8. So, upon doing that, I remembered there's a website. If anybody likes Final Fantasy Tactics, I suggest you go to a website called Final Fantasy Hactics. And what it is it's a small community of people who basically mod Final Fantasy Tactics. So if you have the War of the Alliance edition on even like on iPad or iPhone or Android, you can use a program that they've created called Lios Editor or Leos Editor, and basically it allows you to manipulate your characters. So you can have, Ramza start off as a knight, and you can give him like certain stats and certain items and things like that. So I really suggest using that editor and going to that website and checking it out. They've got custom sprites. They have tutorials on how to replace character sprites with other character sprites and custom ones as well. They have ones like you can have Link from The Legend of Zelda be like a special character in the game. You could have Dante from Devil May Cry, Snake from MGS. They have different kinds of models for all sorts of things. Actually, if you want, let me see if I can actually show you guys what I'm talking about. Alright. So, let's see here. Um, just give me 1 second. Alright, so as you can see, that's supposed to be on the top. There you go. So as you can see, over here on the side, you can see custom sprites, patches, tools, all sorts of stuff. So if you click custom sprites, there's your there's Black Mage, your generic male Black Mage. So you can have whatever color you want. They have a blue, they have like a turquoise, an orange or red, a black, a darker, or I guess like a gray, and then a dark. Generic female Black Mage, same thing. They have new sprites for female samurais, flans. They named this one Hanzo. But this is an alternate generic ninja. So that's what your ninjas can look like. Slightly different. They have Yuffie, Gambler. And obviously these things are just like, obviously in Final Fantasy Tactics there isn't a job called Gambler. But if you look at that job, you can kind of look at it and go, okay, well, what does she kind of look like? Maybe she could be a chemist of some sort, or maybe a female ninja. So you can obviously use those sprites to replace different classes. It's not like it's set to Gambler. Like, for example, you could take Yuffie from Final Fantasy VII, and you could import that character as Alma, which is Ramza's sister, right? So you not that you should or you would, but you could. The other thing you have to keep in mind is some character sprites, like if you notice, the sprites have all of the positions that you would see the character in a battle. If you upload certain, like for example, you can get a, if we scroll down, let's just, well there, we'll just leave it here. If you wanted to import the Yuffie sprite as Ramza, then you're going to run into issues where the model will break and you'll still see Ramza through it, because Ramza being a main character, he has specific animations that aren't included in the sprites. So, you know, sometimes like you'll see him like in an argument, he'll put his hands out, or he'll put his hands up, or he'll point his finger or something like that, and obviously Yuffie doesn't have that animation. So when the game calls for that animation, it's going to show Ramza instead of Yuffie. It's a minor detail. Obviously, there are some sprites that you can use that will completely replace Ramza in that sense. They actually have Ramza sprites on here that look different than what you would than his normal sprite. So anyway, let's continue here. We've got Gambler female, Gambler male. Like if you look at the Gambler here, like he in the sense of the game, he kind of could be used as a monk. Here's another one, Doga, Final Fantasy 3. You could use him as something. He could be a monk. Blue Mage, right? Blue Mage looks pretty cool. Here are some other examples. Female Berserker, you know, you could use that as a monk. This is like a replacement for those skeletons. Obviously, look, there's Magneto. Like, there's all sorts of random things that you could do on here. There's a female paladin. A male paladin could be replacing your knight. Female red mage, male red mage. Warlock. Like, these classes are not actually in Final Fantasy Tactics, but they've just created sprites that you can use to replace characters. Like, there's a male white mage. Like, that white mage to me looks a lot better than the priest in Tactics. Like, I would definitely use that. Let's see. I'm pretty sure they have Dart from Legend of Dragoon in here. Here's a guardian male, or male guardian. You could use that as a paladin, or as a knight. I mean, that would really suit that. So here you go. You've got your Final Fantasy VII characters here. Sid Highwind, Barret, Tifa. Male Mentalist is another. Yeah, you got all sorts. All sorts of. And I really like the inclusion of some Fire Emblem characters, because they really fit the overall theme of Final Fantasy Tactics. It looks like they belong there. Now, obviously, the only problem with using these kinds of sprites is that, let's say you wanted Hector from Fire Emblem to be your, let's just say, Dragoon or Lancer. You wanted him to be your Dragoon. He, every single Dragoon that you run into the game will be that sprite. It's not exclusive to your team. The only way that you can get around that is by using the program that I told you guys about, Leos Editor, or there is another one that you can use for just regular tactics. I think it's called Lion Editor. Both of those allow you to manipulate characters. So, for example, when you start the game in Garland, you could technically make your team all like special characters that you wouldn't otherwise get. So, or not otherwise get, but that are special characters that you may not get. So, for example, you could have your game start off with obviously Ramza, and then you could use Beowulf and Cloud and Balthier is only in War of the Lion, so is Luso. But anyway, you could use like special characters that you just won't really see throughout the game. Like Olin, I think, is another one who is a main character. But because there is only one Olin and you do recruit him at some point in the game, whenever you do recruit him, you just wouldn't. He'd just sit in your party. You wouldn't have to use him in fights. So he could technically replace Hector could technically replace him, because he will be in. It would show Hector in cutscenes. It's not like there's multiple of Olins, right? So that's the only thing you have to keep in mind if you're gonna do this. Werewolf is another one. Like you could use the werewolf sprite here to replace the actual wolves that you fight in the game. Yeah, got all sorts of stuff. Here's Lenneth from Valkyrie Profile, Red 13, and they all have different palettes, right? So you can use all sorts of different. There's Vincent Valentine from Final Fantasy VII. Cecil is a Dark Knight. Yeah, all sorts. Alucard from Castlevania. Got all sorts. Shadow. Here's a good example. Here's Miluda from Final Fantasy Tactics. This is just an alternate sprite for her, so she looks different. Ashley Riot from Vagrant Story. There's Tetra. There's a Dark Knight. So you can really mess around with some of these sprites. I'm trying to look for the one of, there's Chrono from Chrono Trigger. I'm trying to look for the one of Ramza. Zack, Frog. There's Cloud from Advent Children. So there you go. There's another one. Lucavi Follower. You could use that. You could replace those skeleton guides with that if you wanted to. Tidus, Link. There's Ramza. So there's one that I was talking about. Right? And then there's another one. You've got quite a few. There's quite a lot of sprites. And in fact, I think there's more sprites now than the last time I came to this site, because I don't remember seeing this Agrius one. This Agrius one is a lot better than the original one, because this actually makes her look like a female. Yeah, so there you go. Aside from that, there's also patches. You can go on here, and they have patches that change the game. And so that being said, this is what I am going to be streaming instead of Final Fantasy VIII. I'm going to play Final Fantasy Tactics version 1.3. Version 1.3 I have not played. When I got into the modding scene for Final Fantasy Tactics, I actually just wanted to see how far I could push the game in terms of modding. I created custom sprites for all sorts of different characters and all sorts of different things. So I never actually got around to playing version 1.3 of Final Fantasy Tactics. So what I'm going to do is stream that, and we're going to go through it together. Apparently it's very difficult. Apparently it's very hard. I have a pretty decent understanding of Final Fantasy Tactics from it being my favorite game, but I haven't gone too overboard. I know a lot of people, especially on the Hactics community website, that they know the like the algorithms behind, or the formulas behind how to determine what spells are going to do how much damage, and all sorts of crazy stuff, like what the strongest combinations are. So it's supposed to be a really big challenge. The characters have gotten a rework. Let's see. Let's see if there's like a patch note. Yeah, it doesn't look like I can actually find patch notes for it, but it's supposed to be a lot different. So we're going to go ahead and give that a shot. What I'm going to do is just open up my dashboard. I'm going to update this. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to turn that off, and I'm going to put that back on. Alright. Let's give it a shot. Let's hope that all goes well with this. I did play it. It did boot. It did run. So it shouldn't crash. It should be okay. So let's go ahead, give it a whirl. I'm going to turn my webcam off for this. I just want to make sure that it's going to... Yeah, okay. Let's see what happens if I turn this off. Alright, let's try it again. Still working? Good. Alright. And of course. Alright, third time's the charm, guys. I was also thinking that maybe hour-long chunks are probably the way to go. It's just going to be a lot of pieces, so I hope that it all works. Like, it's all good. It all works out. Oh shit! Circle is the OK button. All right. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and keep Ramza as the name. I'm assuming that this is going to be to name Ramza, the main character. I hope so. I don't think they overhauled that much in this. So we're going to go ahead and okay with Ramza. And the birth date for Ramza, I'm pretty sure he actually has a particular birth date. It's like in the manual somewhere. But we'll just pick a random month here. We'll just stop on August and a random day. Let's see. Alright. Oh, okay, September 19th. That's fine. That's cool. It's been a while since I've played Final Fantasy Tactics. I'd probably say it was around last year that I found the Final Fantasy Tactics community and took place in that. And I hacked the game, or hacked, that's a poor choice of words. I modded the game for, I'd probably say maybe a couple weeks until I got my desired outcome, and then I played through most of War of the Lions on Android. Actually, I think it was on iPad. I think I played through most of it on my iPad, and then I dropped it and was playing other things. This is 100% one of my favorite games of all time. I'm really excited to get into version 1.3, which, for those who may be just watching, is the Tactics version of Final Fantasy Tactics, which they, a lot of the modders in that community got together and made changes to the game. From what I understand, it's changes to jobs, it's changes to the abilities that they get, the skills that they can learn. I think they even changed characters and their strengths, like their base stats. Like, if anybody knows, in the original Final Fantasy Tactics, Orlandeau is crazy strong. You could pretty much beat the game with just Orlandeau. You don't even have to try. He's super strong. So yeah, from what I understand, it's basically just like a rebalancing mod and a difficulty mod. So obviously with the rebalance comes increased difficulty because you can't cheese the game the same way you could. Like, one of the strongest combinations in Final Fantasy Tactics was Knight and Ninja. So you would have your primary class as Knight and you'd have your subclass as Ninja. And well, you didn't even have to have it, your subclass as Ninja, but Ninja used to be able to learn an ability. It's a passive ability called Two Swords, or Two Hands. And yeah, Two Hands. And you used to be able to equip that. And then once you equipped it, you could equip two swords instead of a sword and shield. So Knight Swords are one of the strongest weapons in the game. It's easy for you to just equip a Knight Sword and do hundreds of damage. So basically, you would equip two hands, and then instead of a sword and a shield, you would equip two swords, and you would attack twice in one turn. So you would hit with your right hand and your left hand and do 300 and 300, and it's 600 damage, obviously, and you just pretty much one-shot people. So that was one of the strongest combinations in the game. The strongest job in this game is the calculator, or the arithmetician, depending on what version of the game you're playing. And they basically use arithmetics to cause damage, so it's very easy to manipulate that system. I'm not sure if they've done something about that in this version. I'm sure they have, because that was another easy way to cheese the game. Just get everybody to be arithmeticians, and you could, like, on your first team's turns, you could just wipe out the whole map. I never used calculators because I didn't want to take the time to learn all the formulas and everything. It's not super complex. It's not like you have to be a scientist to understand it. It's just, I don't know. I try to play the games the way they're meant to be played. I know that there's ways to break them, but I never really like to play that way. I like to actually try and play the game properly. So we'll see how the difficulties changed here. This is the first fight in the game, and it's very easy to win this fight. But just judging by how it goes, I'll be able to tell how the difficulties changed or what changes have been made to certain classes. Sorry guys, I'm skipping a little faster there. So what I'm going to do is now that I've gotten all that I need to say out of the way, whenever there's story elements, I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I'm going to let you guys read it. If you guys want, through feedback, if you want me to read it to you, I can. But I'm going to just assume that you guys are willing to read it yourselves, and I'm not going to blast through all of the text. I'm gonna leave it up. I'll read it. I'll leave it up for a couple seconds, make sure everybody's there, and then whenever there's battles going on, that's when I'll talk, because there's no story-driven elements at that point. So right now we're getting into our first battle. So those abilities there, the fact that missed is already different. That tells me that they've lowered the accuracy on Night Sword abilities, because those are actually what made like Holy Knights, and maybe they it's actually kind of crazy watching how much of these abilities are actually missing, because most of the time most of the time you hit stuff. So let's see what happens if I go to status here. Okay, so right now the fact that Ramza, Ramza right now is a squire, and if I'm right, usually at this point he's a knight. His brave is 59 and his faith is 46. Right here. Brave affects your your physical ability. The higher your brave, the more damage you'll do as like a physical character, and your faith is how well you'll basically do as a magic user. In a nutshell, Ramza always starts the game with 70 brave and 70 faith. So you can build him either way. Obviously, we can see that he's not built that way. I don't know if that's a random stat that's changed for this, that whenever you start the game, you'll just get random brave and faith values. But as it is right now, you can see that he would make a better physical character than he would a magic character. most of this stuff is mostly the same. His gear here is different. This gear is not the same gear that he has in the beginning of the original Tactics, nor is Weapon Guard. He does not have that. So that's pretty interesting. Alright, so we'll get back here. I have to get used to using circle as the command. So let's see what happens if I go up to this archer. We're gonna act. Let's see, dash, throw stone, heal, and cheer up. What does cheer up do? Inspire others. Okay. Oh, so that adds regen. Okay. See, this is funny here too, because the other thing that he used to have at the beginning of the game here is an ability called Accumulate. It might be named something different in this version, but you used to be able to raise his attack stat by 1. His attack stat being this right here with the sword. Let's get to it. Right there. Right where the sword is, it says 6. You used to be able to increase that, and the higher you increase that, the more damage that he does. So, let's go ahead and try and attack him. So at this screen here, you can see Ramza right by his head there, the picture on the left. You'll see it says minus 42 HP and 100%. So that means that when I attack this enemy here, he has 64 HP. I'm going to subtract 42 HP from him, and I have a 100% chance of doing that. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Every time you complete an action in Final Fantasy Tactics, you gain experience and JP. Experience is for obviously leveling up your character, and JP is job points. Job points are used to power ruin. I've never even heard of that, so that's different. JP is job points, which you use to learn the abilities and skills for your character, or for that job. Yeah, it's a little, the emulator's a little buggy because the people glowing blue like that, that shouldn't actually be happening. See, now it's stopped. It's a little buggy, but it's okay, we can get over that. So he's dead again. Wow, I wonder what that guy has equipped, because that's the second arrow he's dodged. That's pretty strong. I wonder if he's got a mantle on or something. I'm going to check that real quick. Let's see. Oh. Okay, so these are the jobs that he has right now. We can actually go in and see what they've changed here. So, okay, so it's still called Accumulate, as you can see. But Weapon Guard, I don't believe was ever a Squire ability. So that's pretty cool that that's on here. Those are all the same. This is all the same. Yeah, this is all the same. Let's see, Priest. So they actually have changed the names on these, because before, if we go to Wizard, which is also Black Mage, you can see that they have Fire, Fire 2, Fire 3, Fire 4, Bolt, Bolt 2, Bolt 3, Bolt 4. In the original Tactics and in War of the Lions, they actually named them Fire, Fyra, Fyraga, and Fyraja. And then it was, I don't even think it was Bolt, I think it was Thunder. Like Thunder, Thundara, Thundaga, and then voltage, something like that. It was really weird. So it's good that they changed that, made it more consistent. So that's cool. What else? That's it. Let's see what other jobs they've changed here. So Gafgarion is a Dark Knight. That's a special job. We don't actually get access to that job in the original Tactics. As you can see, he has the same moveset as a Squire, except for these two abilities. So that's different as well. What about her? She's a Holy Knight. So she's got her move still, and once again, Squire moveset. Oh wait, she has Oracle? Let's see, Oracle. Yeah, so they changed some of the names for this too to make it more easy to know what and remember what they do. So that's good. Yeah, right on. Let's go over to Knight, because I saw the Knight use a move that I hadn't seen, Power Ruin. So what is this? Destroys enemies' physical attack power. Okay, so these, they just renamed these and they made them ranged. Before, Knights used to have break abilities. So you could break helmet, break shield, break weapon, break armor. And then there was rend MP, rend attack, rend magic. Like, so you would be able to lower a person's magic stat or lower their attack stat and break their armor, and etc. etc. So what they've basically done here is they've kept the break, obviously, but instead of the rend abilities, they've changed them to Power Ruin, Mind Ruin, Speed Ruin, and Magic Ruin, and they've made them slightly. They gave them a slight range of 3, as opposed to having to be next to the character. So I like that a lot. They've also given the Knight Counter. Counter used to be exclusive to the Monk class. So that's pretty cool that they've given that tonight, because they should have it. So I like that. I like that a lot. Let's see, Archer. Button. So they've kept the charge abilities the same. Speed save was already there. Every time they get physical damage, they raise their speed. Yep. That's all the same, and that's all the same. What else? Let's check Monk. They've given the Monk Meatbone Slash. That used to be exclusive to the Samurai class. And basically, we can read it here. When terminal, give damage in the amount of your max HP, which the trigger is critical, which means whenever you're at critical HP, which means close to death, every time you attack someone, you're going to do your max HP and damage. So that's actually very good for characters that you want to build as tanks. Because as they get closer, once they reach critical, if there's characters that you really want to just kind of delete off the map or out of the fight, you want to use that ability. If someone's giving you a real hard time and you have a tank that has 600 HP and they get him critical, you pretty much want to rush that person that's giving you a hard time just to be able to trigger Meatbone Slash on them and delete them, because even if you lose your guy, you always have a chance of bringing him back. So that's definitely good. And I believe, yeah, those are all the same. Yeah. And that's pretty much it. So that's pretty much it for the classes that we know and that we have access to in this fight right now. So let's continue on here. Here's your Final Fantasy Tactics history lesson for this playthrough. So I'm only going to do 35 damage, plus this guy has Weapon Guard. Although Weapon Guard apparently is not going to do anything for him because I'm attacking from behind with 100% accuracy. I wonder... yeah, I guess I should just go ahead. I don't really have much of a choice now. I forgot that in the original Final Fantasy Tactics, it's not like some of the other strategy games where if you move somewhere and then you decide that you don't like where you moved, you can back. You can like delete that move and start over. This game, you can't do that. It's very Okay, so Stasis Sword. That's a good hit. She got all of them in that. This game, you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to redo your moves, so you have to make sure that where you move is where you actually want to move, because you can't just go back and redo it. So see, she's going to try and use Power Ruin again, which that time it worked, and it lowered his physical attack by 3. And as an archer, that's a lot. They've made that ability a lot better. That's actually an ability that's worth using now. So we're going to get Rad coming over here to attack this guy. He took his MP away. Why the fuck would he do that? He doesn't need it. Oh no, never mind. Oh wait, yeah. No, I'm pretty sure that was MP. See, this is a lot different. Like they obviously making it a difficulty mod. They've also they've also changed the way the AI reacts to certain situations. Normally, this fight, nobody revives anybody. So this is really different. This is actually pretty cool that they're going by and they're reviving their teammates to try and get them into the fight. I really like that. I'm going to take out this chemist, because chemists, their sole purpose is to here. Let me see if I can show you guys exactly what a chemist does here. A chemist who prescribes items to restore HP and treat abnormal status. Item throw ability. So their job is basically to carry all of the potions and status ailment items, or items to cure status ailments. So we're going to take him out because he's got the throw item ability, which some of these guys might, but they're mostly going to be deleted now. It gets to a point where there's just no turning back. You just lost the fight. See, like now this knight, he's got the choice to revive his teammates, which it looks like he's going to do, and try and get them back into the fight, but he's just outnumbered now. There's too many dead. Right, so now Rad's going to jump down there and hit that archer. He's gone again. Right. So difficulty-wise, this wasn't it wasn't that difficult. Although this fight's not really supposed to be difficult. It's just supposed to be the first fight of the game. You'll notice that I think the difficulty comes with the way that the AI has been. The way that the AI has been kind of reprogrammed. That's really cool. I really like how they've done that, because it makes the game a lot, like it's hard to be able to guess what they're gonna do next, kind of thing. So right now I'm basically, even though it's unnecessary for me to be casting regen on my characters, I'm actually just doing that so that I can complete an action during my turn, so that each character, or so in this case Ramza, gains job points, and see, he just broke her sword, so now she's basically useless for this whole fight, unless you have the ability quick change on. This guy's really strong. Like, he's taking a lot of damage. Normally, those Knight Sword abilities do a lot of... they hurt a lot. So I think they've nerfed the values on those as well. And now this girl's just gonna have to punch, right? She doesn't have a sword anymore. So... I'm gonna land up behind this guy here, and I'm gonna try and hit him. See, 21 HP, and he has counter here. Nice weapon guard. I want to try and make it past this fight so that I can save it. I'm not putting too much faith in this emulator. I don't know, I just don't like the way that it crashed 2 times at the start. And, just don't want to put too much faith in it. I had read online that it is there is Orban Monastery crashes, which this is Orban Monastery. So part of me wants to kind of save save right now within the emulator, just in case it does crash, so we don't have to do this fight over again. But at the same time, I'm scared that if I do decide to do that, it's just gonna crash the whole thing. So I'm just gonna try my luck. And see, that's smart. I love the way they've changed the AI in this game. She knows that she's almost dead, so instead of actually trying to do an action, an aggressive action, she takes the time to use Cheer Up and cast Regen on herself. I'm really, really enjoying that. It's very smart. I think this guy stopped. I didn't see that, but it looked like Agrius's stasis sword caused him to be stopped. So that's pretty sweet. That means that he's susceptible to all damage. He can't do anything. He can't act, he can't move, he can't do anything. That's interesting that he went back to use Cure. You'd think that he would just go in to finish the fight. They're just healing this bitch for no reason. They could easily just go and finish this fight right now. Maybe those those might use mana or MP. Night Sword abilities might cost MP now. They never used to. That's it. Victory is ours. So, that fight that we just did is actually in the near future. The game, that's like the tutorial battle. This is now the official beginning of the game and the beginning of the story here. So it looks like I can't save the game through the emulator like I was hoping I could. I'm gonna have to use the actual save feature within the game, so hopefully that pans out and works okay. Okay, so as you can see, I guess what I had said earlier is untrue about Ramza in that fight. As you can see, Ramza has 70 Brave and he has 70 Faith over underneath his job title over here. It's weird that it's different in the beginning there. I've never noticed that, but that could just be me. So yeah, he does have 70 Brave and 70 Faith, so that means that you can build him either as a physical character or a magical character. It's totally up to you. Who else do we have here? Loggins, so put him there. Spider, Zach, and Christy and Vera. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with that. I don't think the difficulty aspect of the game comes in until later, because obviously you can't have the game so difficult at the beginning with characters who don't know any skills or have any decent gear. So I don't know if you noticed, but in the story plot precursor to this fight, you may have noticed the knight saying Ivalice. Ivalice is a common is a common, I guess, like country name in the Final Fantasy series. It appears all over. Final Fantasy Tactics is in the land of Ivalice, as you can tell. Also, if you play Vagrant Story with Ashley Riot, that actually takes place in a land called Ivalice, and Final Fantasy XII takes place in Ivalice, and so does Final Fantasy Tactics and Tactics A2, Grimoire of the Rift. Both of those, and Final Fantasy XII Revenant Wings, obviously. Those all take place in a land called Ivalice. Now, people have pieced together what they think is... actually, I probably should leave him behind a little bit. Let me see what kind of actions he can make. Basic skill. Dash, item, nothing. He can't do nothing. Alright. People have pieced together what they believe to be a timeline for all of these games. So if you look at Final Fantasy Tactics, like the one that I'm playing right now, you get to a point in the game where a character talks about a time where airships flew in the sky and there was magic, there was, magic machines and all sorts of things like that, and that doesn't actually exist in this land anymore. But if you play Final Fantasy XII, Final Fantasy XII is all about airships and magic and all sorts of things like that. And so the throw stone range is a lot longer than I remember, or it has a bigger range than I remember. I'll have to remember to use that. But yeah, so people, I don't remember the actual timeline. I read into it, but I'm pretty sure someone was saying that let's see. Hold on. Okay. If I remember correctly, Final Fantasy 12 and Final Fantasy 12 Revenant Wings, which for those of you who don't know that's a DS game that's kind of like a strategic sort of RPG, kind of like Tactics. It wasn't that great, but those are the first games in the series. And then after that game, I think it's Final Fan. After those two games, it's Final Fantasy Tactics, which is the one that we're playing right now. And then after this one, it's supposed to be Tactics Advance, and then Tactics Advance A2, because Tactics Advance actually the main story of that game, or I guess where that game starts, is like a modern day Ivalice, and then you go back in time to an older Ivalice, I believe. I haven't played Tactics Advance in a while, but I'm pretty sure it's something like that. I actually probably should have cured that girl there that got hit with the stone. Shit. Yep, she's done. That sucks. It's okay, I guess I'm just gonna stay up here. It's hard to wonder if this will reach or not. Yeah, it won't. Yeah, but if that does 6 damage or misses, then I get fucked. So, whoa. Does he have a bow? Shit, he does. That's new. I didn't even know that. That's new. Most of your characters or not most, all of them are melee in the beginning of the game. You don't have and you don't have a Phoenix down in the beginning of the game either. So they've changed that too. So that's pretty cool. I should probably go over here because one of those guys is going to need a potion soon. It's also really important to have your character face a particular way because it's easy. You become an easier target. You become an easier target when you have your back facing an enemy or like the front of you facing an enemy. Or the side of you facing an enemy. It's easy. You take you take more damage, and they have higher accuracy of actually hitting you. I don't know if that was a smart move, Delita, because she's just gonna fucking drop dead here. Yeah, potion. Oh, he tried to go for the hit. She dodged it. Unreal. Maybe she'll be able to... Okay. Now, see, this is... At this point, this is a good time to check the AT, which is the attack turn. So, Loggins is the next one to go. And if I look at him... I don't know if he has items. No, he's got the bow gun. Ow. I wonder if he'd reach him. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna go over to this girl. I'm gonna move here. I'm gonna use Wish. Wish will cut some of my HP. Well, wait, maybe it won't. Did they change that? Oh shit, that might bring allies back to life. Fuck. They changed that. Wish used to cut your own HP and sacrifice some of your own HP to give to a teammate. So obviously they've changed that. Wow. I can't hit any of them. Damn. She's done. Again. Alright, well, it's part of the process. Learning what is going to do what now. How much HP does she have? 13, so he can kill her easily. I'm going to move him up. I'm actually going to use a Phoenix down on this girl here. Bring her back. Hopefully she stays back. There's nobody around her that can really do damage to her. Oh, it's actually her turn, so maybe if I'm lucky. Which I'm not. I wonder. I don't know if I should do this. We're gonna do it anyway. She's gone. Ram's turn here. damage. Now it's this guy's turn. So he's going to do 10 HP in damage. So he's almost got her. But it should be my Bowman's turn up here. I think. Oh no, it's Delita's turn. And then after Delita, it should be my, I think his name's Login or Spider? I can't remember who it is. Uh-oh. Yeah, she's done. Again. God damn. Yeah, that guy's dangerous because he's got a bow. The thing is my guy here can't hit him. He's too out of range. He can hit this guy, though. Are you serious? What is this guy, a samurai? Unreal. Yeah, 0% chance of reaching him. It's okay, we'll throw one over to Ramza. Keep him healthy. I don't even know if I've got these guys viewing anymore. Fire God, woo, 1.3. So this guy's not doing too good here. I'm gonna bring him down. We don't need him up there anymore. Actually, I wonder if I should have kept him there. So the timers above the characters' heads are, wow, no fucking way this guy has that. That's so, man, he's gonna get HP now. Oh, what a bastard. I can't do anything with them right there, so I'm just gonna take this guy out right now. The timers above the characters' heads determines how many turns, or actually not turns, rounds. How many rounds until that character is dead and gone forever. So that enemy chemist right here has 0 turns. So after, or 0 rounds. So after this round of turns, he will either turn into a treasure box or a crystal. If an enemy turns into a crystal, you can use the crystal to completely restore all of your HP and MP, or you can gain one of that person's abilities from that crystal. Otherwise, if it's a treasure box, basically all that happens is you get a treasure. It's one of their pieces of equipment that they're wearing. So if I go ahead and go over this guy, if he turns into a treasure box, I'll either get a dagger, a leather hat, or clothes. Or, if he turns into a crystal, I might be able to learn one of his skills. And as you can see, his status is dead. Can't reach. So there, Navarro dropped the treasure box. So now it'll be my chemist's turn, Zach. So I'm actually gonna bring Zach. I actually changed my mind. I think what I'm going to do is move him there. I'm going to potion him to keep him healthy, so he doesn't drop dead. And then I'm going to see if I can get Ramza over there. If I can get Ramza over there, he'll be able to use Wish and bring her back to life before she turns into a crystal, because I don't think I'm going to win this in one round. So he might be able to get there just in the nick of time to bring her back to life. If he doesn't weapon guard this, yeah, good. So he's gone now. So some people will actually wait until all the enemies turn into crystals and whatnot. But I'm just going to go ahead and finish it. A lot of people will wait until the enemies turn into crystals or chests, because, you know, it's just a little bonus, right? If you are able to learn an ability, then that's a free ability. So if you gain 100 JP for that fight, if you gain 100 JP for that fight, but you also learn someone's ability, and that ability costs 100 JP, well then technically you know, have got 200 JP for that fight. So it's a good way of doing things. It's a good way to look at it. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try and play the game as honestly as possible. Okay, so this is good. This screen is the map screen is completely black. Oh, okay, maybe it's not. Oh, maybe it is. So, I'll obviously have to fix that. So I'm gonna save it. I always save twice, just to be safe. So now this is your formation screen. This is your characters. So right now we have Ramza, who is a squire. So if I go in here, these are all the abilities that he can learn. Right now he has 199 JP, so I can go in here and learn some things. So I'm gonna go in here, and I'm going to open up the menu, and I'm going to go to ability. I'm going to learn for squire. I'm going to learn weapon guard because it doesn't cost anything, so that's silly. Why not have that? Move +1 is pretty good, but right now he has wish that might bring allies back to life. Heal might be okay. Yeah, that's status effects, so they don't actually have the one that adds HP. They've changed it to this. So what we'll do is effect add haste. Yeah, that's pretty good. Does that have a range, or is it? Yeah. I think cheer up is probably the best way to go right now, and we're gonna learn throw stone as well. So that's all for him right now. Chemist is good. We can learn potion, which costs nothing. Equip change costs nothing. Move find item. I think one of the other things we should learn is, okay, Phoenix down costs nothing at all. I'm gonna go ahead and learn antidote. So now we're gonna go to set. We're gonna set his secondary ability, which will be item, because that's the only two jobs he has right now, is either squire or chemist. And we're also going to set weapon guard here, and we're going to set equip change there. And we don't have any of the we don't have any. I can't remember what these are. This is like reaction ability. This is a passive ability, and that's like a movement. I don't remember what that one is, but that's the way that they oops. Oh, here we go. If I do, no, it won't tell me. All right. So here's Loggins. He was in that fight. So as a squire, he's already learned dash and throw stone. He doesn't get the exact same abilities as Ramza. That's why it's always a good idea to have Ramza max or master squire first, because he gets a lot of strong squire abilities that no other characters can get, just because he is the main character. So he gets a little bit of an advantage. I could be talking out of my ass right now. Yeah, see, he gets accumulate, and I don't think these guys do. Oops. They do, okay. I don't know. Maybe they've changed it. Before, Ramza and Delita used to get certain. So accumulate, dash, throw stone, heal, yell, wish, and cheer up. Yeah, they look like it's the same to me, so sweet. That's awesome. That's awesome. So we're gonna go ahead and equip that. Yeah, okay. This is a good character here. This guy's strong. Spider. And I say that because of his Brave and Faith stats. His Brave and Faith stats are very high. He's very on par with Ramza. This guy, he's not the greatest, but he's good. This guy being a chemist is fucking hilarious because his Brave is 68 and his Faith is 50. So he's way better as a physical fighter than he is a magic user. So that's pretty fucking hilarious. Same with this girl, see? Nastasha. I didn't even see her before. I didn't even know I had her. So we're going to do the same thing again here. We're going to learn. We're going to go to Squire, so he knows dash and throw stone. He is that one. So we'll also learn weapon guard, but it doesn't cost anything. And I think what we'll actually do is learn cheer up. I think that's going to be a really strong ability. Well, not that I think. I know that's going to be a strong ability. When you get into a fight, you know, the first thing you can do is set that, you know, cheer up, and then cast regen on yourself. So every turn you're regaining some of the HP that you've lost in the previous turn. I think that's pretty strong. That's a pretty strong ability. Squire, so he's got the same thing here. Dash, throw stone. Does that have a range on it? Slightly. That's pretty cool. I'll probably wait for that one. Oh, fuck, I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. That's alright. It just means he has move find item. I think I'm going to change his job as well. You can go over here to change job. And obviously he's only got Squire or Chemist. So we're going to change him to Squire. Because he's going to be a better physical fighter. So that being said, now we have to go back to... oops. Wow. Ability. We're going to set item. Right? So, same thing. Same thing applies. Item, equip. Right now, he got the Mithril Knife equipped. I actually am going to remove that because that'll be better on one of the girls here. Right here. Because she's going to be changed in a second to a magic user. So Christy here, Brave and Faith are right on par, so it doesn't really matter what she's going to be. Right now, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty stacked with Squires. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to have 5, and Delita would be 6. So I have 6 I have 6 Squires, and I'm going to have basically 1 Chemist right there. So maybe I should turn both of them into chemists. All right, I'll turn her into a chemist. I'm also going to turn her into a chemist. And then I'm going to turn her into a Squire. All right. So now we can go into here, item, equip. We can give him a, oh wait. Oh, maybe we can't. I gotta buy some gear. So I'm gonna do that right after. I'm not gonna worry myself with that. I'm just gonna do the abilities right now. So that's good. That's all done. She didn't fight in that fight. She did. Cheer up is probably the best thing for her to learn right now. She already knows that. Quick change is good. She already knows that. So we'll give her eye drops. So we're going to do basic skill and equip change. She doesn't know anything there. Nastasha we didn't use. Delita. We'll give him accumulate. And weapon guard. And probably equip change because he doesn't know that either. He's a scrub. And that's it. Okay, so now that that's all done, I'm gonna go. Actually, I should probably save it first. I'm not sure why the screen's going black like that. I'm gonna look into it after this play. It doesn't seem to like ultimately affect anything. It's just funny because it's sort of there and it's sort of not there. That's okay. So we'll go to the shop. And what I like to do in the shop is fitting room. It gets pretty dangerous though, because it gets pretty pricey. So obviously he already has a broadsword on. Leather hat, clothes, battle boots are just an addition. Bowgun, that's pretty strong because we obviously can't get a bowgun right now. So I actually wonder if I should take that bowgun off him and put it on someone else. Like him. I think I might. Yep. Alright, so I'm gonna get him a broadsword. Zach. No different. She's fine with that. So, yeah. I guess that's it. So I'm actually going to go back here for a second. I'm going to go here, item, and I'm going to remove that. I'm going to equip that. And that. And so now I need to get another broadsword for him. Those guys can't even use Kaching. So go here, try on broadsword. Good. So that's it. Yep. We're also gonna buy a rod. We're also gonna buy an oak staff because we know that we're gonna get priest and black mage soon. Phoenix down, I'm gonna buy a couple of those. I'm gonna have 5 of those in total. We're gonna have 5 eye drops. We're gonna have, and then those I want to buy quite a bit more of those because I have a feeling I'm gonna need them. Let's see if we can get battle boots here too, because it's really important to have battle boots, which there's nothing. He doesn't have battle boots for sale, so that's fine. Alright, that's it. He's useless. Let's go to the bar. Alright, so there's a little bit of history about the 50 Years' War, which is a huge plot. Got a huge plot point in this game. So there you have it. Some information. I think that that's it for all of my war preparations. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna double check everything here. I'm gonna make my way to Egros Castle. That's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. Alright. I'm gonna save it. Can't trust this emulator that much. Alright, so I actually forgot about that. So we're going to go ahead and save it again so we don't have to watch that. We're going to go to Mandalia Plains. Yeah, the emulator is making a little bit of mistakes with the way things are supposed to be done. But it's okay. Could be worse. So I need to remember who I gave that bow gun to. There he is. Oh wow. Okay. So that's not very good. We can't do that. take out Loggins. And we'll replace him with who? Vera. Alright. Hopefully. Hopefully that works. Let's check the Twitch chat 1 second. So here's a good thing to note, that if you do decide to play Final Fantasy Tactics for yourself, as far as I know, these choices don't mean a damn thing. This game was made long before, like, the whole morality system was in games. These options just change the objective of the fight. So our duty is to destroy the Death Core will basically mean that your objective for winning the battle is to defeat all the enemies, and saving him is our priority. Means that that person who's being bullied by them and attacked by them, your job is to save him by keeping him alive and defeating all the enemies. I will always normally go for number 1 because it's almost impossible to keep this guy alive through the entire fight. Like, we're not talking about him being downed and then having to count and then being able to bring him back to life before the count is up. No, we're talking like if he loses HP and gets 0 HP, the game's over, you lose. And it's very hard because he's way out there. He's way out there. And it's very hard to be able to control his AI. He likes to fight, and so he'll sit there and he'll fight and fight and fight. And he'll fight on even odds. Now, obviously, this being version 1.3, that might be different, but just to be safe, I'm going to go ahead and stay with this option, just in case he does decide to be a hero. Yeah, see, so they changed his... I was waiting for his first attack because most of the time he'll do a move to get behind one enemy that sticks around and attack them, as opposed to attacking the enemy where he is and then running back to us to safety. That usually never happens. So that's obviously changed, because now if he did take enough damage, I could probably throw a potion to him from here. Yeah. See, so he's pretty low on HP, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw a potion to him. And now he's pretty healthy again. And that normally doesn't happen in the original Tactics, in the original version. He usually, like, always dies by the second round, and it's impossible to get to him. It's funny because the whole beginning of this game is all about throwing stones. See, for me to just rush in with Ramza there is probably not a good idea. I don't know how much of a better option I have though. I'm gonna stay here and I'm gonna actually cheer up. Hopefully that actually, I didn't even notice that said 80% chance. I mean 80% chance to cheer yourself up. I'm gonna bring him up as well. We're gonna need as much firepower as we can here. I don't think. Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say I don't think that this is the guy with the bow. Would have been nice to have the bow on that side. Didn't even really think of it, but that's okay. I'm gonna jump up here, give me a little bit extra range. Hopefully, I'll be in range to hit this guy. Yep. Good. So now on Algis's turn, he should be able to take him out. I'm interested to see the changes that they've done in this version of Tactics for the Thief. Because the Thief was actually a pretty decent character. He had like, he could steal equipment, and he could also, holy shit. That's new. Holy fuck. That's definitely new. That's never happened before. Oh my god. Argus is gonna waste his turn bringing him back to life when he could have just killed that guy there. Because now he's just gonna come around and fucking kill me again. Like, this is why I have a chemist. Just saying. The chemist can heal. This is why the game gets much better once you can like control your whole party. Because then you don't do stupid things like that. Like, see, now Delita's gonna go over there and bring him back to life. I gotta kill that dog. That dog is unreal. 50 damage plus a 50% chance to petrify. Holy shit, that's strong. There we go. Okay. Whoa! What in the fuck? What does he have? A bow gun. But why did it blow up after? Is there something I don't know about this? Ability double shot. That's new. I didn't even know that that existed. I didn't know that was a thing. Wow. Let me check the AT. So Ramza and Zac. Zac, I'm pretty sure is this guy up here. Yeah. Holy smokes. Scratch, poison nail, cat kick, and seal. I can't tell if he still has regen or not. Yeah, he does. It's still way too dangerous to stick him in there by himself. Wow. I didn't know that that thing had an ability called double shot. That's fucking crazy. I wonder if his has the same thing. Because that never happened to me before. Oh, well. Here we go. Yeah, shit. Yeah, that's new. That's something new that they added. I didn't know that they changed items like that, too. So that makes the bowguns a lot better. Because in the original Tactics, you never used to really use bowguns. There's never a reason to. Because bows did more damage, and then it got to a point where once you could use a gun, you would just use the guns. I don't want to wait. What the fuck? I want to I hope he doesn't get blasted again. Maybe I should move out of range of that panther for now. Wow. That's still blowing my mind. That ability, that's a new ability for those panthers. I've never seen that before. That's crazy. He's gonna bring him back to life. Alright. With 1 HP. Hopefully I can get quick look at him. Let's see. See, and that's different too. Poison Nail used to be like melee range. Like you had to be right next to the person to use it. So they've really buffed those wild animals. Those animals are fucking strong. And it's smart because he's able to stay back, right? So we pretty much have only one option, which is to rush him and put the rest of our team in danger from these squires and this thief. So that's actually very, very smart. Brought him back to life. So I'm gonna put my chemist up here, and I'm going to potion him. Hopefully she's safe up there. Sort of, ish. Wow. He's pretty much... Who's he gonna hit? Nice. Good choice. Take him out of the fight. He's got the bow gun. Holy fuck. This is actually crazy. He's got 34 HP. No, I'm really gonna go. I'm gonna go for this guy. Wow. They're strong. Like it's still blowing my mind. Nice. That was wild. So I'm gonna bring him back to life. Hopefully Aguas takes care of him. Nope, he's gonna bring Delita back to life. That's mind-blowing. I can't believe that. He's gonna keep trying to get himself regen. Alright. Should probably still only give him like 6 or 7 HP though. Yeah. So he's good. Delita needs a potion. Let's see what the attack turn's like. Whitman's next. So Whitman I know is the thief. And then Delita's turn. So oops. So who's after Delita then? We have Fox and Curtis. Fox is there and Curtis is there. So if I take her and take care of this guy, oops, then they're gonna miss a turn. Right? It's still gonna be Whitman. He's still probably gonna go over here and kill Delita. Yep, Delita's dead. This guy here's got the bow gun, but you still gotta be careful though, because if he double shots again, we're fucked. I'm gonna go for this guy next. We really gotta watch out for this guy. Oof. Let's check the AT. Buster. Use him. And then Whitman again. Alright. Maybe. Oh shit, I totally forgot this guy's ranged. That's okay. I can still point blank him. Whitman might actually take him out. He's either going to take him out. Yeah. So he's going to bring him back to life. Oh no, he's going to attack my chemist. Son of a bitch. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Oh my god, he guarded it. That's so sick. Wow. So he's gone. He's done. That's unreal. This guy's just going to sit there and regen his HP, which is fine. You can go ahead and do that. I'm going to move my chemist over here. Potion herself. She's almost dead. I'm also going to have her face Whitman. Oof. Fuck. Wow. I'm actually gonna go behind him. I want that one. I want that guaranteed hit. And then I'm hoping that he can go in and finish the job here. If that does half damage, he's gonna survive. I have to go for the attack. Hopefully it works. Nice. So now there's no ranged damage at all. Phoenix down. Hopefully it's not Whitman's turn to just kill this guy again. Because that's really stupid. I hate when they do that. Alright. So he'll survive the next attack, at least. I'll wait here. So bring him back to life. Now Buster's gonna run away, which is fine. He's gonna take some time to get his oops. This is a good opportunity to take this guy out. When an enemy's charging, well, maybe not in this version, but when an enemy's charging in the original tactics, you have a higher probability of hitting them and sometimes doing more damage. Most of the time doing more damage. But yeah, he's gonna get fucking smoked again. Holy shit. And then August. Oh, no, August is gonna do nothing. Maybe I don't have any more Phoenix Downs, that's why. And then he's gonna go take that crystal. Fuck! I hate playing with the fucking NPCs. They're so fucking dumb. Antidote, get rid of that poison. Finally. Oops. And we're gonna bring my bowman over here. He should be able. Whoa. No, he's not a bowman. Never mind. I was just gonna say, oh shit, did that guy break his bow? But no, he's not the bowman. My bowman's dead over there. So this is not good, right? He has 2 rounds before he turns into a crystal. And if he turns into a crystal, then I've got to replace him some way, somehow. I'm gonna have to go to the soldier office and buy a new soldier, or use one of my other ones that I have. A lot of people will stick to using the same 5. Like, they'll pick the 5 characters from the beginning of the game and just go through the game with those 5 characters because that's just who's the strongest. Yeah, see, I don't have any more Phoenix Downs. So basically what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to try and rush to kill this guy. Yeah, as you can see, she does 16 damage now, whereas before, when he was charging, she did 24 damage. But I'm going to, let me think. Actually, maybe, I don't think this will actually work, because I think he's in the way, yeah, so he'll get the push. So I'm going to move her out of the way, sort of. I think if he's smart, he's going to attack the thief, which he's not. He's going to keep trying to throw stones at these guys. Alright, now this is where it gets kind of tricky now. Okay, it's Spider's turn next, so that's fine. I'm going to run over to my guy here. I'm going to wish him back to life. 75% chance. Let's see. Nice. Good. And now it's his turn. Let's check the AT. Let's see. And then it's Zach's turn. And Zach is my bowman here. Okay. I'm going to move him here. We're going to get ability. We're going to do move +1. Do some damage to him. Here. Yes. He's down. Oh my god. He's probably gonna swing around and... Oh no, he's gonna go for melee range. There you go. Battle's over. That was actually a pretty crazy fight. Like, you can tell that the game is a little harder now, and it's mostly not through like damage output, but it's mostly just through like abilities. Like that Panther had great abilities. It almost makes you wonder if it's worth it to recruit beasts, to have beasts in a fight in this now. Because before, like, it never really was. It was never really worth it, but it might be now. Alright, so we can go back into our formation screen here, and we can learn some more Squire abilities. So the next thing that I think we should learn is probably Heal. That's pretty strong. That's going to help cure Darkness, Silence, Poison, Stop, and Berserk. So it's very, very strong. We also have access to the Night job now, as well as Archer. So that's awesome. Loggins didn't fight, Spider did. So we'll also get him to learn Heal. Learn Heal as well. Knight, he's almost there. Almost at 200. Oh, actually, didn't he learn Move +1? Yeah. I learned Move +1 off of the crystal from the last fight, which is what I was talking to you guys about before. So, and that's good, because if you actually look, Move +1 is a 180 job point ability. So, for that one fight, Spider was actually able to learn Heal, which is a 150 job point ability, and Move +1, which was 180. So he got like close to 400 job points for that, like 350 job points for that fight. So that's a lot. That was a really good fight for him. Zack, on the other hand, we're going to teach him Accumulate. And I guess Cheer Up wouldn't be a bad thing, in case he does take some damage. So we'll keep that. Yep. I forgot that he had Move Find Out. We didn't use Christy that fight, we did use Vera. Right? Yep. So, what should we teach her next? We taught her eye drop, so we'll learn Antidote next. She's not quite there yet. She's not a level 3 chemist. I'm guessing level 3 chemist is what you need for your next job. So he didn't really do anything that fight. He just laid on the floor dead for the most part. Wow, he's got a lot of job points in that. I'm pretty sure he almost has enough here to master it. So he actually can learn some other. So see, his Squire class is a little different than what we're able to have. Target friendly monsters within a range of 1 acquires new abilities. That's pretty interesting. Does that mean that the Squire gains the ability of that monster? Or does the monster get a new ability because of... Yeah. That's really interesting. That would be great. That would be a great ability to have if you were able to, let's say, have Ramza ride a Chocobo, who then, well, actually, I think that would use the Chocobo's turn, so maybe it's not worth it at that point. Maybe that unlocks, like, if that's like enemy skill from other Final Fantasies, where, like, let's say Ramza could learn Choco Cure off of the Chocobo and be able to use it, that would be unreal. That could be very, very strong. So we're going to go back here. That's nothing. And yeah, that's it. Alright. We're going to save. And we're going to head over to Igros Castle. Watch the story plot. Equip our characters. Save it. And we'll call it a day for this, the first episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy Tactics version 1.3. Alright, so we've got our next objective. We're gonna set up at Egros here. We're gonna visit the shop. See what we can get. I wonder why Ramza can't equip a Kutchian. That's interesting. I'm gonna look through here and see. 1, 2, 3. Alright. I'm gonna remove his boots. It's gonna save me some money. And he's not going to be nearly as useful as these guys. So I'm going to go back into the shop. I'm going to buy... Actually, we're going to go to the fitting room. It's easier that way. We're going to try on some battle boots for him and some battle boots for him. And that should pretty much be it. Vera does need battle boots. But right now, she's fine. Because she can throw items. She's not really an actual attacker. She doesn't really need to move that much. We're going to visit the bar. We're going to see if there's any new rumors. And it doesn't look like it. I'm pretty sure this was there before. Yeah. So that's all the same. So we don't have to worry about that. We're gonna go, we're gonna save it. Alright. And that's gonna be it. We're gonna call it here. Hopefully the next time that I have the game running on the emulator, I can get all this stuff kind of sorted out with the black screen. I don't know why it does that. I'm going to look into it, try and figure it out. It seems like it's a graphic setting, but hopefully I'll have it fixed, and so the next time that we come and play, we'll we'll have it all working well. So thanks for joining me today, and I'll be back on later streaming some League of Legends. But in the meantime, I'm gonna call it here and export this over to my YouTube channel, and